Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, today the message is pretty freaking deep, and it's about healing, and it's like a psychological kind of a thing. So we start out, we've got two rows. We start out with, and like I've said, this tarot deck is its own entity. So we've got the Six of Fire, we've got the Four of Water, and we've got the Eight of Air reversed. And so just starting with these two, because I feel like this one clarifies, and really starting with this one, I feel like all three figures, this person, and this person, is you in this scenario, because they're all different facets of you in this reflection. So we start here, it's just all about accepting all parts of yourself. And that just seems to be like a theme lately, is like radical self-acceptance. We're addressing a lot of trauma. We're addressing so many things that kind of fucked us up and distorted our perception of ourselves. So I guess we'll go to that one. This is a distorted perception of self. And you see, like, he's looking in this mirror, and one eye he's got open, but this eye is like blind. And if you can really see closely, it's like cracked. It's like fragmented vision of self. And I do like that the third eye is illuminated. So it feels like he's learning self-love, but another part of this reading is this fragmentation. It's because there's this eye on the back of the mirror, and it's like he's not seeing himself clearly. He's looking to see himself through other people's eyes and see if he can gain their approval. But I feel like, and this is the first time I've spoken of this card, and this third eye illumination so wants to be acknowledged. So I really like that. It feels like there's a great evolution of self-acceptance that's happening. And this, again, all three people are you, represent you. And these are different facets of who you are. And it's just, again, a radical self-acceptance. It feels like making a truce with yourself. And I love that this guy in the middle holds the trophy. And these two, again, they're coming to some diplomatic agreement. And so I feel like there's more that wants to be said in this, but I'm going to go to this Eight of Air reversed, because upright, it's like, don't martyr yourself. Like, you don't need to stab yourself in the hand to find the balance in all things. It feels like an outward kind of a thing. I don't know. It's very much learning to recognize the value of who you are on the inside. And if others don't understand you, it's not your job to make yourself be understood by those. Sometimes people are kind of committed to misunderstanding us. And I think a recognition of that in itself is recognizing the disease that causes us to fragment ourselves. And so this is just this self-acceptance and understanding. Once you accept yourself completely, when you can look in the mirror and say, I love you no matter what, when you can look in the mirror and say, I accept you, this is all Louise Hay stuff. Her book, You Can Heal Your Life, it's like, it totally changed my life. I love you, I accept you, I believe in you, and then add, and no matter what, I got you. When you can look in the mirror and say, no matter what, I got you. And then, oh my God, then you're free, baby. Then you are free. And so coming back to looking to the approval of others fragments and distorts our perception of self. So then we come up to this other row. We've got the Mother reversed. We've got this guy reversed, who is not the father, but it kind of feels like this parental thing. And then in the middle, we've got this sword, which is card number 21. Normally that would be the World in regular tarot, but like I said, this tarot deck is its own entity. It's not an oracle deck, but it's just, I always feel like I have to advertise it. Dreams of Gaia Tarot. This tarot deck blows my fucking mind. But this stark truth, stark recognition. And so it's funny, we've been kind of picking on daddy issues a little bit here and there the last week or 2 or 3. And so now we're picking on the mommy issues too. Not being nurtured, not being divinely loved. And then also, I just feel like not being in your Empress energy. So not feeling worthy, not feeling deserving. This reverse is kind of a 5 of Pentacles energy, but we want to transmute all of that. I like that there's this turtle here, and turtle imagery, turtles hold so much. They're about the divine cycles. There's 13 plates, which represent the 13 cycles of the moon in a solar year. And I don't know that I want to go totally into that. I could go down a rabbit hole looking at that turtle. But, she's pregnant with ideas. She's totally the Empress. And so upright, this is loving yourself and loving your creative ideas and loving the things that you want to give birth to. Not just other humans, but the things that you want to give birth to in your life. The versions of yourself you want to give birth to. The things you wish to create. But this is like not feeling worthy enough because of the distorted perception that others have. And in this too, it also feels like I don't know. And then with these two reversed, I kind of get a sense of like, I want to say alcoholism in your childhood home. It doesn't just have to be alcoholism. It could be any kind of substance abuse, definitely like toxic codependency, but it feels like you always had to be the mediator, or you always had to, just that. You always had to be the mediator. You had to be the one to resolve conflicts in the home, or you had to take the brunt. You were the scapegoat, maybe. And so I do like that this is reversed in light of learning, having this greater illuminated sense of seeing yourself with a new perception, allowing this to heal, and allowing to come to this radical self-acceptance, and finding a truce with all parts of yourself, and learning to love those shadow aspects, learning to love those fragmented pieces so that you can bring yourself back into wholeness. So we've got that you didn't receive the nurturing that you needed. And then the stark truth, it just feels like really examining yourself and really examining the darkness that maybe you've been hiding yourself from yourself. You've been hiding truths from yourself because you don't want to face the pain of it. And so this guy is a sacred healer. He's got this, I think that's the caduceus, which is this healing staff. He's the healer. But this was reversed. And so again, it looked like this. I don't know which was on which side, but it doesn't really matter. And so in some ways, it feels like you took all accountability and all responsibility and enabled those who were truly responsible and needed to be held accountable. And it feels childhood-like. And so it just deep wounds where you should have just been allowed to be a kid. And so with this being reversed, it just feels like maybe stop denying yourself the healing you need. And honestly, if you need to go to counseling, like now is a good time to do that in light of this. If this reading resonates with you, I went to counseling and it has helped me immensely. And I love that she was so informed about trauma and acknowledged that underlying all of it is trauma. And so, don't avoid the healing, and maybe get that book, You Can Heal Your Life, or whatever, but it just feels like don't avoid the healing, and don't, finding the root causes of whatever the disease is, and you deserve love, you deserve nurturing. And then the final card we have is this 4 of Fire. And this just says, with this healing, you get greater clarity about how you want to move forward. And I love that it's like being present in the now, sitting with all of this and seeing that there is a way forward towards what you truly want. You can create that which you truly want. You just need the focus of that without all of this other dis-ease permeating your mind, body, and spirit. You deserve all good things, baby. Focus. All right, that's all I got. Peace and love until next time.